Hello everybody, welcome to this instruction video. In this video I'll be showing you how to make part 14 of the crochet along around the bases. And this week we'll be making a stitch that jumps inward, so that gives a really nice effect on our blanket. And again we'll be dividing into two teams, so make sure that you take the right team that's applicable to you. And the only difference for these two are the rounds making the jumps. That's round 61. I'll be using a 3.5mm crochet hook together with the yarn as usual for this crochet along Linen Soft by Scheepjes. I'll be taking you step by step through the pattern making up this week, and I hope it's a useful video for you. Thank you for watching. Round 59, the same for both teams. I'm going to start in any chain 2 corner space, and I'm going to start with a standing single crochet. Followed by a chain 2, 1, 2, and a second single crochet in the same corner space. And that is your first corner made. Now we're going to work a single crochet on each and every stitch, especially the first one. Be sure not to accidentally skip that first stitch. So that's this stitch here. It's your first single crochet. So on every stitch you work a single crochet, and then you go all the way around. When you get to a corner, you work a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 2 corner space, and then you continue again single crochets all the way around. And when you get to the beginning, you close with a slip stitch in your first standing single crochet. Round 60. This round is also the same for both teams. I'm going to start in any chain 2 corner space, and I'm going to start with a standing single crochet, followed by chain 2, and then a second single crochet in the same corner space. And that's your corner made. Now I'm going to skip the first stitch, that's that stitch there, and start on the second, and then we're going to work a single crochet on every stitch. So especially be mindful skipping this first stitch and start on the second and work a single crochet. See how I've skipped the first stitch. So that's on the second and then the third, etc. Work a single crochet on each and every stitch. Don't work your tension too tight, because that you will notice if you work too tight that your work becomes a little crunched up. So keep your tension a bit loose. Work a single crochet on every stitch, and when you get to the other side, work a corner. That is again a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And then you're ready for your next edge, where you again should be mindful to skip the first stitch immediately after the corner and basically start on the second. So work a single crochet on every stitch, be sure to skip the first stitch, and then close with a slip stitch on your first standing single crochet. Round 61. This round we're going to be making drop downs, let me call them that, long single crochets to the 2 rounds we've just made, but round 61 is going to be different for the 2 teams, so make sure that you take the right option that's applicable to you. So it all determines whether or not you have multiples of 6 minus 1 or 6 plus 1, so that determines which team you're on. I'll first do 6 plus 1, and then I'll do multiples of 6 minus 1, so I'll show for both teams what to do in round 61. Round 61, if you have a multiple of 6 plus 1, This means that at the end of the previous part, so for me the dark blue stitches here, you either, for example, have 151, 157, 75 I should say, 187, 199, 211, etc. So 6 multiples of 6 plus 1 stitch. I'm going to start in the corner, have a new color yarn on my hook, and in the corner we're going to start with a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. There we go. So in that chain 2 corner space, standing single crochet, chain 2, followed by another single crochet in the same corner space, like so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make half double crochets, but we're going to make long ones. So we're not going to work them as we would normally. If you would work a half double crochet, in our next stitch you'd work it at the top of the stitch. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to the bottom of the stitch. So in this position here we're going to work a half double crochet, and then the next stitch we're going to not even do it on the same level, but even drop one position. So it's going to be here. We're going to work a half double crochet, and we're going to make the posts, I'll call it like that, we're going to make them long. Let me just show you. So you're going to work exactly like you would a half double, which is yarn over, and then not at the top of your next stitch but at the bottom. Insert your hook, pick up your loop just like you would a normal half double, and now bring it up to your working height. So you can see you're extending this loop here. Yarn over and pull through. Going to do exactly the same on the next position, but even drop one further. So that's going to come down here. Yarn over, so drop 2 positions, pick up your yarn and bring up to your working height. You can see how you're making that a long long post there. Yarn over and pull through. You can see how you've now made 2 long double crochets, where this second one is longer than the first. Work a single crochet on the next stitch, and this is a normal single crochet. And this you're going to keep on repeating. I'll show you once more. Yarn over, so not at the top of the stitch but the bottom. Pick up a loop, bring up, yarn over, pull through. And I'll do it again, but even one position down. Yarn over, bring up to your working height, yarn over, pull through, and make a single crochet on your next stitch. So now you've made 2 repeat units. I'll show you 1 repeat unit more, and then you continue like that until you're at the end of this edge. Then I'll show you how to do the corner. So yarn over, 1 position down, pick up and bring it up, yarn over, and then 2 positions down, pick up your loop, bring it up to your working height, yarn over, pull through, and a single crochet. So repeat these 3 stitches. So I'll call it a half, only on 1 stitch, then on the 2 stitches, and then the single crochet. Make this until you get to the other side. I'm almost to the other side. If you have a multiple of 6 plus 1 stitches, you're going to continue until you have 2 stitches left at the end. So see, that's that stitch, and this stitch here contains my join. So I'm going to do 1 last repeat. Start with a half double in 1 row down, then a half double, 2 down, so in that full stitch there, make it a long half double, and then a single crochet to complete, and there we go, to complete the repeat. So that brings you to almost to the end. You have 2 stitches left, and you're going to make a one more of these half double crochets, 1 row down, so yarn over, so 1 position down, not 2, going to work a half double crochet, a long half double, and on the last stitch, for me this stitch here that contains the join, going to work a single crochet in that last stitch, and then you're ready to go around the corner, which is again a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And then you can again start with working a single crochet on that first stitch and then start your repeat unit. So what's important to note here is that you work your repeat unit if you have a multiple of 6 plus 1 stitches until you have 2 stitches left, and then on those last 2 stitches you work this long half double here and that single crochet. So these 2 stitches are at the end of your edge, and then you work the corner. Go all the way around, so making all these repeats, and you get a lovely edge here, and then you're ready for the last round of this week. Round 61, if you have multiples of 6 minus 1 stitches, so for example 167, 179, which is actually the stitch count I had at the end of part 13, so, or 191, 203, so then you're in team B, and we're going to start with making a corner, any chain 2 corner space. Start with a standing single crochet, followed by chain 2 and a second single crochet in the same corner space, like so. We're going to start by making a single crochet in the first hidden stitch. That's this stitch here, that one there. Make sure you don't accidentally miss that stitch. And make a single crochet. Then we're going to start our repeat unit. We're going to start by making a single crochet on the next stitch. It's this stitch here. And now we're going to make 2, let me call them long half double crochets. Just open up. What you're going to do is you're going to make a double crochet not on the top of the next stitch, but at the bottom of the stitch, so in this position here. And then you're going to elongate the post in essence to make it longer. I'm going to do exactly the same on the next position, but even drop 1 row further down, so your next stitch is going to be even longer still. I'll show you what I mean. Yarn over, just like you would for a half double crochet, and then not at the top but at the bottom. Insert your hook, pick up a loop, and bring this loop up to your working height. So you can see you're elongating this loop, you're making it longer. Yarn over, pull through, and that's your first long half double crochet. Yarn over, and on the next stitch I'm going to do exactly the same, but even drop 1 position further. So this is actually where you started row, what was it, 59, so at the end of your 13th part. Bring up this loop again to your working position, yarn over, pull through. You see how you've now made 2 of these long stitches. This you're going to be repeating. So make a single crochet, then a half double in, dropping 1 stitch, 1 row, bring up that loop to your working position and pull through. yarn over, and drop even one row further, pick up a loop, bring up to your working height, yarn over, and pull through. I've now done 2 repeat units. And again, single crochet on the next stitch, drop 1 row on the next, and pull through, and then yarn over and even drop a row further on the next stitch, and bring up and pull through. You can now see I've done 3 repeat units. I'm going to continue like this until you get to the other side, and then I'll show you how to do the corner, how to do the last bit of this round, because it's slightly different, and then how to go around the corner and bring up again to your working height and pull through. You can see you get a very interesting stitch here because of these long loops that you have going either down 1 row or 2 rows. Continue like this until you get to the other side. Almost to the other side, you need to work 1 more repeat. So that's a single crochet, then that's long half double 1 row down, bring it slightly up, and a half double 2 rows down. And at this point, if you have a multiple of 6 minus 1 stitch, so you're on team B, you should have 4 stitches left. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4. This here is the stitch that contains my join. And on these last 4 stitches, you're not going to do an extra repeat. What you're going to be doing is basically half a repeat. On these last 4 stitches, we work a single crochet, followed by a long half double 1 row down, so that's the same as this stitch here. 1 row down, and now you have 2 stitches left. You work a single crochet on both of these. So 1 single crochet, and here this is the stitch that contains the join, so make sure you don't accidentally make 2 stitches in there, so just the 1. Oh, wait, that's not in the stitch but below the stitch. There we go. And see, in that stitch work a single crochet. And now you've completed your entire edge and you're ready for your next corner, which is, again, if I just turn my work slightly, going to be in the chain 2 space, work a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And then you're ready to start your next repeat, which is again single crochet in the first stitch and then start your repeat unit. So what's very important here is to realize this end, that you do not work the repeat until you have 1 stitch left, but you only work the repeat until you have 4 stitches left. And those last 4 stitches are a single crochet, a long half double until only 1 row down, so not 2 but only 1, and then 2 more single crochets on those last 2 stitches. So you continue all the way around and you close with a slip stitch on your first standing single crochet, and then you've done this beautiful intricate pattern all the way around. Round 62. This round I'm going to use the same color yarn, so I'm currently in this first stitch we made here, that standing single crochet. So I'm going to go with a slip stitch to the chain 2 corner space. Chain 1, just to bring me to the correct height, And now I can actually start the pattern. A single crochet for the corner, followed by a chain 2 and another single crochet, all in the same corner space. That is your first corner made. Now we're going to skip the first stitch. That's that stitch there. Be very mindful to skip your first stitch and only start on your second stitch, where you're going to work single crochets. Skip the first one, and on the second work a single crochet. And you're going to work a single crochet on every stitch. When you get to the other side, you work the corner, which is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then again remember to skip your first stitch and then work another series of single crochets on every stitch. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch to your first single crochet, and then you've completed this part. When you've made your last single crochets, you're at the end of part 14. Just a number of words on your stitch count. We've increased this week by 6 stitches, so relative to part 13 you now have 6 stitches more. That's for both teams. And also, if you want to extend your blanket even further, so extend more than just the rows that we'll be making in the last 2 weeks of this crochet along, this is a good point to do so. On my blog I'll also show a few options that are available to you. Brings us at least to the end of this official part for this week. I hope it's a useful video for you. Thank you for watching.